Lazio Juventus will be a wonderful way to wrap up Serie A and, of course, the weekend. Good morning and welcome. This is the Beautiful Game and Wake Up Marja. My name is Mike Messikeno. Tigel is in the house with me. Toyosi Adebanjo. Toyosi Rhodes Adebanjo. The Ogun State. I don't even know what to say.
Mike, be very careful. Be very careful. You know that you didn't just fall from heaven. No?
I didn't fall. I didn't fall.
From somewhere.
I didn't fall. I didn't fall. But that's gave me kuli this morning, so that's a good thing. It's great to have you to us. How are you doing?
Always a pleasure to be here.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm representing the men from Ogun State. Ijebu.
Don't worry, we'll bust you very soon. Don't worry. Let him have fun. Let him have fun.
Hafiz in the house. How are you doing, man?
Doing really well, and glad to, it's another weekend.
It's another weekend
of goals, drama. We saw the past week, the Champions League, and the shock at Anfield.
All right, there's a lot to talk about. Let's just get straight into it as we get started. Let's start in Africa as we normally would do. Remo Stars arrived yesterday at about 12 minutes past 3, or for South Africa times it will be 12 minutes past 4, right? In South Africa. That was, that was Friday. The plan was to arrive on Thursday, right? For the second leg, after that 5-1 demolition, But there was talk about visa issues and all of that. We don't know the situation yet because Remo Stars have not put out an official statement. Yeah. We're just hearing from some of our colleagues who said, they had issues and all of that. We don't know what's happening. But something we know is that when it comes to logistics and travel, NFF, not just the NFF, our sports is in a mess. Yeah. It happened at the World Championships, the issue with Toby Amusa, and then we even had more officials having visas and athletes themselves not having visas. Yeah. So more often than not, we are, because of precedent, we would say that it's more likely that the error was from the part of logistics, from maybe the club officials or the Football Federation or somewhere there. More often than not.
Yeah, most of the time, it's always our fault. It's always the fault of those who are in charge of logistics and how to transport the players from where they are coming from to where they are going to. Yeah. It's not going to be the first time. I think the last time also Benden Insurance had something similar when they were supposed to play in Northern African country too as well. Yeah. And they also made some complaints about I can't remember the team now, whether it was Wydad or Esperance of I really can't remember.
But Esperance.
Yeah, it was Esperance. And they complained. They also made mention of some of the dark arts where their hotel, they were always making noise, this and that.
We saw it. Galatasaray did it to Liverpool.
Yeah. So I was like, no, you don't have to complain about these things. These are normal things that, the dark arts of football where the thin lines, you just have to, toe the thin lines. Don't go over. That gray area. Yeah. Don't just go overboard, and all that. But look, whether the transportation and all that, I don't think it's going to have any effect on how Remo Stars will perform tomorrow.
How do you think they'll perform?
It's not going to be the first time. We saw the value jets too as well. The Super Eagles had the crack, their plane to fly. So it's a Nigerian thing where we're never prepared. We're never, I don't want to say perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
There is this near perfection for some other teams or some other countries. But for Nigeria, it's just complete disorganization. And you wonder, is this a country where we have leaders, we have heads, we have people in charge of one position or the other? But I don't want us to dwell on this. I want us to dwell on the beautiful game itself. Remo Stars will be traveling this time around, will be away to MAMELODI Sundowns. What can they do? Would a miracle happen? I really don't know. This miracle will be the first I'm going to see in a long time as an adult. Because trust me, if you can be beaten 5-1 on home soil,
and you turn it around.
How do you turn around something like that somewhere else where a team is more balanced, more comfortable when they're at home? When they're at home, it's pure annihilation. So I really cannot tell. Maybe Sundowns would show some respect and be like, I think the 5-1 we gave them away from home, it's okay. Let's not embarrass them too much.
I don't think it's a good.
Let's just go with J1. Let's not deal with them too much. Let's save our strength. Or they go full throttle and be like, no, we're not saving anybody.
Let's go down. What do you think would happen? Full throttle or would they relax?
I would suggest they should please use their team B.
I was talking to somebody.
They have the quality.
And that was on YouTube, and the person was like, look, our team B is as good, or maybe even better than team A.
Yeah, and they even came out to even rubbish the MPFL title. That look, you guys are just champions of Nigeria. Look at what we did to you, 5-1. I mean, you could not even service something in front of your own crowd and all of that. But you know, just like we said last week, it's like you are playing babies against men when it comes to this competition. I mean, you are playing new boys against I won't call them season champions, but they've won it at least, and they've got to the finals. They were finalists last season. Yeah, so I mean. Just like Theosi said, let's focus on the beautiful game.
Michael, I would quickly like to add something. Yeah. Sorry. You know, before, like I said, 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago, I started coming around to the MPFL saying, okay, yes, there have been some improvements, no doubt, but not so great on the grand scheme of things if you compare with other African leagues. Yeah. But in-house, there have been improvements where we're not having that abridged league anymore, where we're also on schedule. We're on time. The scheduling, we see it starting from August, will end at the right time. And we're not going on break when the international break comes on and then the league is going on suspension. Why? What's your business? Do you have any player playing for the national team? Go ahead as usual. The same way we see the League 1 and League 2 in England. Go ahead.
Even MLS
exactly. So even some other leagues, maybe the Polish league or so, they go ahead because it's none of your business. You have no reason. You don't have any player being called up or anything. Now, after that 5-1 against Sundowns, and aside from the 5-1 against Sundowns, I did some research. I looked back. It's not just even Northern African countries. Solid teams, Asante Kotoko, Black Bulls. Which team defeated Abia Warriors as well?
Arts? Was it Arts?
Is it Arts now? I think so. But to get to the point, is that our league, well, it's not even strong. It's not the toughest league. We're not strong. You know why? You play against Rivers United. Maybe you're playing a 1-1, you're playing a 2-1. Next, you're playing the Ikorodu City. Who are these people? They get bashed, when they get beaten, when they even... what are we saying? Like, they are not in during the... And don't forget, there's this theory I also feel. I'm not saying... let me just say, okay, maybe allegedly. I feel like if you win today, maybe you win 2 games on the bounce. The next game, you're not winning it. There is this in-house caucus that, this person is the next person to win. This person is the next person to win.
It's like prearranged.
They're playing the game.
Prearranged.
Yes,
you see, like you just mentioned,
it's like the league is scripted.
It's shocking. Yes, it's shocking that the champion of South Africa. You know, I mentioned that. Why would it be that the champion of South Africa and champion of Nigeria are meeting in the qualification phase? And I thought about it that the distance of the league is so much that the champion of South Africa is using the champion of Nigeria to wipe the floor, like
so what are we saying?
Wiping the floor.
The league is scripted. There's no person that would win the league and be like, oh, you saw the trajectory, had 4th victory, they got there. If you look at it, there's so many controversies from red cards.
They're still even doubting the Remo Stars winning.
Yes, from red cards to match fixing to so many things. The MPFL itself, it's a big mess that you cannot really fathom. You cannot really place your hand on it and see how you...
It's a terrible mess.
It's not enough metrics. If you are champion of the MPFL, it's not enough metric that you do well.
All right, now talking about the lineup, now let's get to see the lineup for that Remo Stars or for MAMELODI Sundowns as they go up against Remo Stars. Maybe let's start with MAMELODI Sundowns at the expected lineup. We don't know exactly what would happen, but let's look at that lineup. Would they use a team B? Would they use a team A? At times also, you know, there's always a mix. You might not change the whole thing because, of course, you need to keep your players fresh. I need to keep them bubbling.
Us. Just use your team A. Yes, now that's showing respect.
Okay, let's take a look at that lineup. What we're talking about now. Let's look at that lineup for MAMELODI Sundowns.
I remember starting to play PlayStation for the very first time. I'm always like letting the other person know that don't take it easy on me. That's not how I'm going to learn. When I was
you don't sabi play that in a tough way.
Don't I beat you? Don't mess me up here. I beat him now. Yeah, and Toyosi. Don't mind it. And you too. I'm just saying, when I was young, much younger, like my secondary school days, starting to play PlayStation with my friends on PS2 or PS1 as at that time. I'm always letting them just play your normal. If it's 10 you want to spell my full name, spell my full name. That's how I'm going to learn.
That's how you're going to learn.
Please respect them too. Play your team A. let them go at it, let them battle. It's a learning curve for Remo Stars.
Okay, let's get closer to that lineup now. Let's get to see Shalolili as you would expect. Mbokazi should be coming back for this.
No, he's a private player. He's not Sundowns.
Pardon me. Let's get that lineup. Who are we expecting to play? If they play their first team, who are we expecting? Who are we expecting not to see on that lineup?
For me, if they're playing their first team, I think they'll just go with this same lineup as the first leg, except they want to make changes. I think there's a certain midfielder, Obas, he should be coming back into the midfield in the place of Ayende. I think they have a player that will be suspended. I'm not sure right now. I can't clock it now. But I think Ayende will be the one that might, be benched for a certain Obas. That's if they want to go for the first team. And it's not going to really look good if they do their first team.
If they go for that first team.
Look at what they did in the first leg. It says it all. And they were not even bothered that Remo Stars are even having visa issues. Whenever you get here, just come and receive your beating and go back.
Just want to receive your beating.
Have your hot meal.
So MAMELODI, that's what we're expecting for the lineup. How about Remo Stars? Is there anything that they can do? I like the goal that Remo Stars scored. That consolation goal. It was a beautifully worked goal. Don't even start. I mean, seeing it's like a league team. We don't see the league matches that I normally watch. I don't see those kind of beautiful goals.
And they scored goals as well.
It was a beautiful goal.
They scored goals.
City scored nice goals.
They scored nice goals in the MPFL.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They tried.
All right. But Remo Stars, are you expecting anything different from what they played from the first lineup that we saw on the first day?
Yeah, maybe I'll just expect the goal scorer to start this time around because he's somebody that comes from the bench. But even though it's inevitable for him to come off the bench and score goals, I was talking about Lashukbo.
Yeah.
So if he gets a start this time around, maybe the goals will come from there. But Mike, we are talking about 5 unreplied goals.
5 away goals.
5
away goals.
Yeah, that's what
the away goal rule still stands for CAF.
So if he wasn't standing, we would have said, okay, maybe 4-0.
Yeah.
And this is a team that could struggle to score at home. So we are talking about 5 unreplied goals against Sundowns. Even if they use that team B, Mike, now.
It's not happening.
So, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're expecting a beating for this team, but it all depends who they bring out.
It depends on the margin.
Maybe not a
2-0, 3-0,
maybe not
something like that. Maybe Remo can score.
We'll get to talk about the NFF also, because when you're talking about the NFF, you're also talking about monies. There's this controversy which someone put out, and the money's coming in. The league is also supposed to benefit from that money. We'll get to talk about that. But just before we move on to that, let's take a look at the other match that is happening in the CAF Champions League. That is Rivers United at home now. Black Bull is coming. They went away. They lost just 1-0. Yeah. Rivers United still have a chance to overturn that deficit against Black Bulls.
Yeah, this is actually closer than the Remo Stars game. Even though Black Bulls, they showed in Mozambique that they can also compete and play well. Rivers United, they did their best. Now that they are coming to the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, I mean, they will have a full house, a full support. Maybe, just maybe, they can navigate that one. But I think it's going to be closer than the other one.
Than this other one. We have a chance. For me, I feel like Rivers United can do it.
They can do it. And if anything, in the last 3 or 4 years, they've been the one getting to at least the group stage. Yeah. The last time they got to the quarterfinals was like 4 seasons ago.
4 seasons ago, about 2020, 21.
Yeah, it's been a while, but at least they'll be getting to the group stage.
So funny enough, my friend, my friend in secondary school is their team doctor, Ovunda, Dr. Ovunda Iche is their team doctor, and I saw when they traveled and all of that, I would send the shout out to him, but I hope that Rivers United can take Nigeria, at least let's get to one team.
Yeah, let's get to the group stage.
Let's get to the group stage at the minimum. I mean, we're talking about.
I think they can also get inspiration. Will I say inspiration now, or motivation from the whooping Sundowns gave Remo Stars. Okay, it looks like our champion is about to be out of this competition. So let me be the only team that at least rep the MPFL.
And show Black Bull now takes motivation that, okay, they whooped your champion. We can also come in and beat you too.
What motivation don't take on that? That's wickedness.
That's wickedness, eh? Okay, all right. But hopefully, we hope and we think they can do it if they consider just one.
Yeah, just one.
Let's hope that when they come back home here,
I feel they should have drawn that game, at least get an away goal. But let's see what they can do.
Let's see what they can do here. All right, let's move away from that now. There's still talk concerning CAF. But before we move to CAF, let's talk about that Nigerian situation. That video has been trending. Where we know it's not the first time CAF or NFF, as it were, has been accused a lot of times of mismanagement of funds, embezzlement of funds. It's not a new thing. As a country, in different aspects, in different sectors, it comes up. But now we are saying that maybe FIFA is also complicit in this. Remember, FIFA Uncovered. That was what, about 3-4 years ago, where that documentary came up about
like
corruption in
just before the
FIFA.
World Cup.
Yes,
3 years ago,
yes, where that documentary came up about the corruption in FIFA, where FIFA could close their eyes to some things just because they need support from these federations, or people in FIFA need support from these federations. People in FIFA, they need to maintain their vote, they need to maintain their place, and they need support. And so maybe they don't audit as much as they should. They need to, now, there was talk on FIFA website. We see things about Kebbi, a stadium in Kebbi, hostels, and all of that. This country hasn't. We only have one stadium that can host. Yes, Nest of Champions, that's what I call it. We only have one stadium that is at a standard, there's anything close, that can host a FIFA match. FIFA standard. We only have one stadium. This is a country that at one time hosted. That's the best stadium now. It's the Nest of Champions.
No, when in reality,
I mean, that's the only place. And then this
stadium safe.
This country at one time, we hosted the World Youth Cup, the World Championship for youth. I mean, Ronaldinho was here in Nigeria. Fernando Baiano. I don't know if you remember that Brazilian team.
Many years ago.
You understand? Nigeria 99. What I'm saying is this. We had, what, 8-9 stadium that as at that time were considered standard for FIFA. Today, we can't even count
in
two.
Lagos alone. We have the one TBS, the one at TBS, the other one in Agege. We have one in Surulere. I think two in Surulere.
They're not FIFA standard.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying these are stadiums in strategic areas where you have fan base, the island fan base, the mainland fan base, the outskirts. Those you have communities in so many places. They are well strategically placed, and yet you cannot just, maintain them or make them better. It's the guy made mention of something that I've always been saying. Yeah. Our past is sweeter, is
way sweeter,
wonderful to talk about than our
present.
Than our present. Why?
He called out. Now, Hafiz, let me put this to you. He called out the NFF. Of course, there were no names, but the NFF, of course, from the era of Amaju Pinnick up until Gusau that we have now. Yeah. He called them out, made mention over millions of dollars.
Yes.
He called out 10 million and all of that. And then the NFF responded. A very, it was funny.
The most annoying way. Their statement was not even on the NFF official page. They were sent to selected journalists. I'm like, wait, is there anything you are afraid of uncovering? Are you afraid? I think that's another thing with Nigerians. It's a Nigerian problem. We don't have accountability.
At all.
None of our leaders, none of our heads of administration, none of them have the accountability spirit. You cannot account for why you did. Look at the Toby. You mentioned Toby Amusan, the PE sportswear. The sportswear. And what was their response? They started attacking back based on, maybe you flight first class. What is that?
Look at
they said it's coming in batches. This is the first batch.
Can FIFA do more when it comes to ensuring? Because there's something they said. They said that we do projects in phases, according to them, and the FIFA is always sending auditory bodies or whatever. Yes, and
whatever it is that they send to FIFA, because you are not there. Do you know what they send to FIFA and be like, we are doing this. This is on the way. What I think FIFA can. The only best thing that FIFA can do is, which I doubt, is start sending personnel personally to come here. And then, you sent us this some months ago, Abi. We're here to come and check. We're here to come and investigate.
Only if they can be consistent, because FIFA too also has this issue with inconsistency. I mean, FIFA...
We're not the only country now. But there are so many countries.
But then, if they see somebody that is working with them hand in hand from here, they'll have some information. Because they know that they want to do their job. But trust me, these are human beings. They will send somebody, if you want to send somebody down to the country, is that person is going to come and meet, the heads of football in this country as well. And we know that their paths might not be clear. So definitely, that inconsistency, that's corruption, it will stop.
I was seeing the hostels for players. I'm like, wait, what is that?
Did you even see anything? They were even planning, I think, about $4 million for artificial pitches. Are we seeing it? No.
All of these projects, I'm only just hearing them.
Is it not carpet grass? No, we have one.
Or 4D or 5D.
Did you see that shiny one in 2009? Did you even stay when they hosted the Under-17 2009?
Yes.
So you saw those shining artificial pitches in Djibouti.
MKO, Abiola Stadium. It was artificial pitch. That's where MAMELODI SUNDOWNS played Remo Stars. It was artificial pitch.
That one has even been a long time ago. Even since when I was in Abiyokuta.
It's always been. $4 million for carpet grass.
all of these projects that they listed out were not even convincing enough.
We've been asking this question a long time. I mean, just like Toyosi said, there are stadiums here in Lagos, even in Ogun State. We have the Jebode, we have Shagamu.
You see,
we have like 2 or 3.
It's so much. There's a reason why we focus on foreign leagues. You have accountability. Almost immediately, something happens. The club, they drop a statement. The FA, they drop a statement. But even in Nigeria, it's so hard.
There are records.
You don't know. There are no records. So we can't even didactically break things down because we don't. Where do we even start from? They're all muddled up.
All they are good at is throwing people under the bus. I mean, that's Cyril Dessers and Trustekong thing is still shameful.
It's still shameful.
Nobody, heads are not rolling. That's even my own.
Nobody. That's right. Nobody is held accountable.
It will continue.
Nobody
to
is being punished.
Someone should have resigned. We are not even asking you to. You should see it that this thing is shameful. Let me go.
Somebody allowed
nobody's going to resign.
Students fail for JAMB. And he says, what did he say? God proposes, man proposes, God disposes, and that was the slap on his wrist. That let's let him go. You know, make mistakes.
Mike, it's not going to stop. So let's just focus on the game we enjoy.
Let's move away from that now to CAF. Of course, just on Monday, CAF, of course, released a nomination for the CAF Men's Player of the Year and, of course, other categories for 2025 awards. 10 nominees we got from that particular list. Let's take a look at them now. Of course, there was Andre Frank Zambogisa, that's Napoli, of course, and Cameroon. Wonderful player, of course, defending champions in the Serie A. There's Fiston Mayele, DR Congo, and that wonderful run in the Champions League for Pyramids. Great one there. Mohamed Salah, Egypt and Liverpool. There's Denis Bouanga. There's Seydou Guirassy, who I really like, one of the best stars. I just like Seydou Guirassy. I love the way he plays for Guinea and Borussia Dortmund. Achraf Hakimi, who I think should win it. Morocco, PSG, Ousmane Lamloui for Morocco, and RS Berkane. And of course, Nigeria's own Victor Osimhen. Nigeria and Galatasaray, Iliman Ndiaye, Senegal Everton, and of course Papa Metassa, Senegal Tottenham Hotspur. So, do we go through each one of them and see what their chances? Let's start with Victor Osimhen. What is his chance of getting that trophy that he picked a year ago in 2023? You think he can pick it this time?
20% chance.
20% chance.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you?
I think even less.
Even less. All right. Okay. How about Mohamed Salah?
Because he won the league with Liverpool.
And then, of course, highest goal scorer, highest assist.
Yes, so maybe 50%.
And the league is playing.
And the league is playing. That league should count very high. Achraf Hakimi, what do you think about Achraf Hakimi?
100%.
You want this man to win it?
Are you whining me?
I love it. See, I love it when defenders. I've always said it that football has an attacking bias. Someday we'll have that discussion. I feel there's too much focus, and maybe rightly so in some ways. But I feel like there has to be that point. Look, everything is part of it. And then when a defender does so much that they start even scoring, they start contributing to attack. How many attackers do we know contribute? You know, but then
that's why I want to say that this guy is not even a defender. He's more of a wing back.
Yeah.
Of course, he defends.
He does his job.
He does his job. The primary job. Also go on the attack, assist, score goals. Sometimes he's also part-time captain for both Morocco and even Paris Saint-Germain, based on the hierarchy and who is next in line. And he has done well for them. Club-wise, the criteria are to win trophies, definitely teamwork and all that. And they won 4 trophies.
4 trophies,
Chelsea was the only reason why they did not win 5.
They did not win 5.
That's to make one team that to win 5 trophies for the first time in Europe. You know, to break that or to make that record.
And they've already won one this season. That's the Super Cup.
The Super Cup.
Exactly. So
okay, you know what happens?
What are we
we're still talking about the CAF Player of the Year. We'll just take a very short time out now. We'll short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're still talking the CAF Africa Player of the Year 25 awards coming right up just after this time out.